What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, and we are going to be diving into the play of Mike Green, taking a look at his pass rush game. A lot of hype around him. I want to take a look at the question: is it time for Mike Green to break out? Take a look at the good, take a look at some of the bad that's still there as this rookie pass rusher who has been thrust into essentially a starting role. I think he played 80% of his snaps or 80% snaps yesterday. Let's do a check-in on his development, because as much as there's some excitement and we'll take a look at why, still looking at about a 10% pass rush win rate. I mean, not necessarily horrible, but not necessarily 15 plus like what we're hoping. But again, I've been saying it kind of repeatedly. I think Mike Green came in with a little bit unrealistic expectations, especially as he started to eat starter snaps. It's tough for rookie pass rushers to step in and make a major impact as like the guy in year one. And you look at Jared Verse last year, who won Defensive Rookie of the Year. He only had 6.5 sacks, and Mike Green's only at one, and I think that number is going to creep up. But to expect a double-digit sack guy, 60 pressure guy, it's obviously lofty expectations. So let's dive into the film, take a look at what was good, what was bad, all that good stuff. Before we do that, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here. Let's dive into it, except that's not what I meant to do. Wrong button there. Okay. So we're going to obviously start with the sack and how he got there, because this is his game, right? Any of the film that we took a look at in the preseason, this was basically his go-to, was the cross chop. So as he's going to approach the left tackle here, we're going to see that skip step. Let's get it going. Skip step. And there he is, showing that bend around the edge. And this is who Mike Green is as a pass rusher. And that's why there's rightfully so some excitement about this. And this is a high quality pass rush win. This is exactly what you want to see. And this came on third down, which is, again, exactly what you want to see. And you're going to see the Ravens are actually only going to bring 3 on this. So it is just one of those plays where he gets set up into a one-on-one. Let's break down his technique a little bit here. So as he approaches the tackle, get to the right spot. Because there's been a lot of people talking about the use of his skip step, because I mean it comes with risks. So as he's going to approach the tackle here, tackle comes out in a 45-degree angle. Again, kind of what you're hoping for in this situation. And then there comes that skip, right? So he's going to kind of lift up. And the thing is, this was a less exaggerated skip than we've seen in the past from him, where sometimes because once you land that skip step, if you're not forward ahead of the tackle where you want to be, you've really taken a lot of your momentum to get into a secondary pass rush move. So that's definitely something I've seen him develop a little bit. So as he's going to hit that skip step, the whole strategy here is for him to use that inside hand, his left hand in this case, and push it down on the outside hand of the offensive tackle. And by doing that, it's going to set up this lane. And so you can see what we want to focus on is his inside leg. So his left leg, we want that leg to be past the kick step, which is the outside foot of the offensive tackle. Because what he's going to do is he's going to plant that left leg and he's going to turn the corner. And that's how you create that short corner. So right here, you can see this is the exact outcome where we have the tackle has completely opened the gate here. And now we have a direct line to the quarterback with basically just running through the tackle's arm. And then he's going to finish it. And we focused on this when we looked at Mike Green's college tape. His ability to make tackles in the pocket was extremely impressive. And right here, you see exactly that. Caleb Williams can't get away, brings him down by his feet. Really nice pass rush move there from Mike Green. So that's definitely, without a doubt, the highlight of his young career. This is exactly what I'm hoping to see out of him on pass rush downs, where he can get into his creativity a little bit and be able to use his athleticism and his bend, because that is definitely his greatest strength coming out of college. So to see it finally show up after the bye week, certainly impressive. Another play here. So we're going to get his other pressure in this game. He was credited with 2 pressures. So it just comes off a bootleg, and nothing major here, but leads to an incompletion. And I think it's worth noting that these bootlegs have killed the Ravens this year. That Colston Loveland, the first play of the game that went for 18 yards, was off this exact play, where just nobody stayed backdoor to pressure Caleb Williams, and you can see the tight end start to leak there. And so his ability to pressure, especially coming back on his weak hand, he had to set his feet. Mike Green gets right in his face, and he can't hit a completion. And if you look at where the ball was thrown the tight end is going to be open on that. So this is something the Ravens defense in the second and third level need to sort out. But having that backside edge rusher be able to chase down and force a quick pass before either the route can develop or before the quarterback can get set, obviously significant for having a defensive impact there. Get into some other reps here. So Mike Green's going to be on the right side going against that left tackle again. See that nice low stance. Kyle Hamilton's going to threaten with him. You're going to see a nice win here. Unfortunately, the pressure somewhere else pushes him out, but it's going to be a similar type of win where he's going to win with his athleticism and his bend. So tackle is going to get out into a vertical set. We're going to turn. We're going to get the left tackle turned horizontally as he tries to track down Mike Green. Mike Green's going to get there, and really all he does is, you can see that left hand of his, he hits that left hand up into the outside armpit of the tackle, and he's just using his pad level against him. Mike's going to get nice and low here, and he's going to start to turn the corner, but the pressure from the inside here is going to flush Caleb Williams out. This is where he goes for a 22-yard scramble. So unfortunately, we don't get any action in the pocket because you can see Mike Green gets out of that quite quickly. And, this is where sometimes another pressure from your defensive line can take away a sack opportunity. If Caleb tried to hang in the pocket there, that's coming right around the corner on his blind side. So clear win by Mike Green there. So we're starting to see him get some of these wins and start to stack some of these. Now you're going to see him against the right tackle, Darnell, right on the left side of the D-line here. See him down here in a nice 4-point stance. We haven't seen this a whole lot. Him kind of lining up as a true DN. So I think that's good to see. And you're just going to see some more explosiveness off the edge. And he's going to go to hit that skip step. Oh, wait, no, not this one. This is just him bending the edge again. So he's going to try and get that edge against Darnell Wright again. As he gets around the corner, you see that nice duck and starts to get around the corner and bend in. So, I mean, back-to-back reps there. Not necessarily the cleanest win. I think Wright did a really good job, and this is where I think he needs to have a bit more of a pass rush plan to work that inside move, because as he gets down here, this is just going to be the rip bend. We see this from TJ Watt all the time, where essentially he wants to use his inside arm, rip up under the punch. So he wants to get that right hand under, dip, rip. And as he rips, it's going to open that inside corner. So that's really what this pass rush plan has been so far in the reps we've seen at. How can I exploit an inside corner to get to the quarterback? So here we're going to see it. And he just, right there, recovers pretty well, enough to push him towards the back of the pocket. But Green just a little bit too athletic. Ball comes out. But again, you can see right here, clear path to the quarterback. He's a little bit further back in the pocket than we'd like to see. But you're starting to see him get more wins. And I think that's what's exciting. And he's doing it with his athleticism. Now, the more that he can set up an inside pass rush, which we're going to see here. So he's going to go back to that skip step. So he starts to skip, and as he does, he uses his right hand, so his inside hand this time, to push in on the inside shoulder of the offensive tackle. And what he does right there is he creates space to come back inside. Ball comes out quick. You can already see Caleb throwing, but this is really good to see because he's going to threaten outside, and then he's going to use that inside counter. So the more that we see this is where I think wins are going to start to stack up. So it was really encouraging to see this, especially against Darnell Wright, who did a really good job against his edge rush, and is more of a fixture of right tackle for them. I thought that was really solid, so I was excited about seeing that. So just more of that will lead to more pass rush wins. Big thing with him is developing the power game. We'll talk about it all year, the more that we see some development there. But until he can do that consistently, and we'll take a look at a couple reps here in a second at exactly why that's so important. Big thing here, his ability to be a penetrate guy on a stunt, I think, is a very underrated aspect of his pass rush game. It's something that I really wish Matabike was still here for. So you're going to see him work a twist here with Travis Jones, and he's going to just cross the face of the left tackle so damn quick that it really creates that opportunity for Jones to come around. And this is where I think they can really scheme up some pressures. So you can see right there, the left tackle has had to come across. You see that right foot of the left tackle has dropped behind because he had to react to Mike Green crossing his face. That creates that opportunity for Travis Jones to get around the corner. This is where I really wish we had Matabike, because just the quickness, and Travis Jones doesn't quite have that. So we aren't able to take as much of advantage. We're going to see it again here. He's going to work the same thing with Travis Jones. So there goes that penetration, and look at Travis Jones running free. So it's that athleticism and that explosiveness for him to cross the face of the tackle. That's what opens these opportunities, and it's something I hope they start to exploit more, especially if they want to keep getting these four-man rushes going. And so there goes Travis Jones coming around the corner. It turns out to be a screen pass. So sometimes really nice pass rushes that don't result in pressures because the ball comes out too quick. And I think we've seen that a few times if you look through this. So as much as his pressure numbers might not have been as high, still contributing to the pass rush game, just the Bears getting the ball out quick, using the screen game as much as possible. I think they threw 6 screens in this game. So just obviously you're not going to get pressures off that, but I think you're seeing a lot more development in Mike Green's game. You're going to see him here, and this is where we're going to take a look at the power game, because there were definitely and being fully transparent about this, not hiding from this, definitely some dead rushes in this game where he's trying to get into his power package and tackles are just sitting down and embracing their anchor with him. So it's leading to no pressure, no pass rush wins. And so that's something that he's going to have to develop moving forward. So you're going to see it here. He's going to set up against right and then get into his kitchen. And this is what I'm talking about. We talk about this when we look at the offensive line side of the ball. This is the exact posture you want. Our hips are deep and sunk. We got that arched back. We're up, good posture, and he just sits down and absorbs that kind of bull rush. So the more that Mike Green can develop that type of power game, I think he needs to get lower, he needs to get more inside, and he needs to explode upwards rather than just kind of getting into that two-arm punch or threaten outside and then work the inside move off of that. You're going to see it again on this side. So again, he's just going to work in there. You see, we're nice and low here. This is where I think it's going to start to come. You can see his left hand inside where we want it on the inside shoulder or inside armpit. And you can see we've dropped the tackle directly back into Caleb Williams' pocket. Williams got his left hand out here as he's starting to acknowledge it. The ball gets thrown away, almost get a pick there. So definitely some development there. It's just all about consistency and how well he can do that. See him take another shot here. Again, just trying to work that. Just doesn't have quite as much physical strength, functional strength as we'd like to see to be able to do that consistently. So that remains a big gap. There's also some plays out there where it's kind of similar to that first one where it's just a bit more of a dead rush, where we're not getting quite the pass rush package or quite the pass rush action off of the bull rush. So the more that he can develop that, the more of a complete player he's going to come. But definitely, without question, some strides here. He just needs to stack games like any rookie does. And so the more that he can do that, the more the pressures are going to come, the more the sacks are going to come. And we just got to hope that down the stretch of this season, he can start to emerge, because pass rush is a huge issue with this Ravens defense. The defense is going to go as well or as poorly as the pass rush plays. Mike Green's going to have to be a huge part of making that consistent. So that's what I have for you guys. If you guys enjoyed that breakdown, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here. And as always, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Peace out, everyone.